Every time we try to build habits, the first few days we do an amazing job. But a few days down the lane, these habits seem to start vanishing. So how do we turn this around? Hello everyone, I am Sonitha and welcome back to our channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to build habits that stick. So let's get started. The first thing that I want you to do is pick up a notebook and open a new page. Now divide this page into two columns. The first column is going to be for the habits and the second column is going to be for why. Here's what I want you to do. In the first column, write down all the habits that you want to build, no matter how big or small. And in the second column, the why column, write down why you want to build that respective habit. The reason that you need to write down why you want to build that habit is because that why is going to keep you going and will help you build habits even when you're not motivated. For example, say I want to build the habit of doing yoga. In the left column, I'll write down yoga, and in the right column, I'll write the reason for why I want to do yoga, which is probably because I want to be more mindful and fit. Now remember, no one's going to be taking a look at these reasons that you're going to write, so make sure to write the real reason behind why you want to build that habit. Once you're done writing this whole list of all the habits that you want to build and why you want to build them, take a good look at this list. Then go ahead and pick up a highlighter and highlight the first 3 habits that you want to build. It's important that you start small and not try to build a million habits at once. So pick a maximum of 3 habits to start with. After you're done picking the 3 habits that you're going to start with, take a new page and write down the first habit. Below that, write down the reason why you want to build that habit once again. The next thing that we're going to be writing down is when we're going to be doing this habit. One of the biggest problems when building habits and the most probable reason that you are inconsistent with your habits is because you don't know when to do this habit. And the time stacking method from Atomic Habits by James Clear solves this problem. So here's how the time stacking method works. You have to pair your new habit with a current habit. The format is after current habit, I will new habit. Say the new habit that you want to build is reading books at night. Since you don't miss out on having dinner every night and that's one habit that's already a part of your night routine, here's what you can do. After having dinner, I will read my book. So this way, you know the flow of your night routine and you know when to read your book. The next thing that we're going to be writing down is what your micro habit is going to be. In order to build habits that stick, we need to make these habits easy to build. So micro habits are actions that take minimal effort or motivation to complete. Eventually, these micro habits will amount up to a significant action. For example, if the habit that you're trying to build is reading books, your micro habit could be as small as picking up your book or even reading one page of the book. In this way, figure out what your small action will be in order to build this habit. The fourth thing that we're going to be writing down is cue. Cues are what will remind you to do your habits. Another common reason why we find building habits is difficult is because we keep forgetting to do them. So cues will solve this problem for you. For example, say the habit that you're trying to build is doing yoga every morning, but you seem to keep forgetting it. So here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to create a cue to help you remember that you need to do yoga. So what you can do is place a yoga mat where you can see it when you wake up, or go a step ahead and roll it out where you're going to be doing yoga. In the same way, say another habit that you're trying to build is skincare before sleep, but you keep forgetting to do it. So let's go ahead and create a cue for it. The cue for this could be a post-it note. On the post-it note, write down skincare and put it in a place where you are sure to see it every night. This could be on your study table where you wrap up all your work, or this could be on the mirror in your washroom where you brush your teeth every night. So in this way, create cues for all your habits. So what happens when you see this cue is that you will be reminded to perform the micro habit that is associated with the actual habit. Once you're done writing down these 4 things for your first habit, go ahead and do the same for the other 2 habits as well. So now that we know how to build habits that stick, let's go a step ahead and set up a simple habit tracker. The reason a habit tracker is important because it helps you identify when you're not doing your habits and the reason why you're not doing it as well. Also, when you see a habit tracker and you see that you're not performing your habits as often as you like them to, you'll go ahead and put in more efforts to perform that particular habit. There are a number of different type of habit trackers out there, but I would suggest to use the one that you like the best. There are 2 more things that come into play when you're trying to build habits. The first one is to write down the habit that you want to build in detail. For example, if you want to do exercise every day, write down what exercise is it that you want to do. What routine is it that you want to follow? Because what happens is when you don't know what exactly you have to do, you tend to not want to do it because you're just going directionless. So make sure to write down what you want to do in detail. The second thing that comes into play is the inconsistency. What a lot of people do when they miss one day of their habit is that they wait for the next Sunday or the Monday or even the first of the next month to get back on track with their habits. Never do that. Never miss twice in a row, because when you do, that is the start of a new habit which is missing the habit that you want to build. So instead, it's okay even if you miss a day in between. Just get back on track with that habit the next day. Also, when you're trying to build habits, it's important to celebrate small wins. Celebrating small wins will make you want to stick to the habit all the more. For example, you could reward yourself by buying a new book because you've been able to stick to the habit of reading books. And that's the process of building habits that stick. Now, I have a free printable worksheet for you to help you build habits that stick the same way that I did and I showed you in this video. If you want to download that printable worksheet, the link to it will be in the description box below. Also, don't forget to check out my other videos about habits, and I'm going to be seeing you in my next video. Until then, bye.